A strong finish by Bagley.
Timeout for Oklahoma City. Fans, your 916 crew. Give them a hand, fans. Your 916 crew.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Mitchell. Screen by Roby. Mitchell with the ball. And it's Holmes picking him up. Back to Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Fox. Oh, some solid defense from Fox. The Kings have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second.
When we're looking at Richaun Holmes, I mean, the first thing that sticks out is his knee. When he's out there, he doesn't stop working.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 7. He takes it in. And that one's good. Mitchell's got 9 points. The Kings leading. And Holmes is a solid rotational piece, whether starting or coming off the bench. Chris, he is really effective.
He really uses his length to his advantage and feasting on any chance to score inside. I love the hunger he plays with, too.
Hey, guys, the monster in that last game against the Pelicans looked really strong. He picked up 14 points, and his aggressive approach got him to the line a number of times. And you could see his teammates rally around him in that game. Confident performance.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
Bottom line, though, he's a pro. He understands his strength, and he knows how to play tonight.
Now here's Bagley. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Sacramento, Marvin Bagley. 2 shots.
Muscala, he's checked in for Roby. So he comes up empty, missing both.
And there's no question that Bagley has a ton of talent. Now it's up to him to meet his potential.
Muscala, screen on Fox. And Muscala with the slam.
Big time move to the rack. And look, his teammates are loving it.
Yeah, so am I. Everybody loves an aerial show. Bagley sets a screen. Halliburton, the pass to Fox. Back to Halliburton. Bagley down low. Gilgeous-Alexander defending.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Mitchell into the lane. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Three-pointer, Fox. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Even for a player who's not a three-point specialist, I mean, that's a shot you got to knock down. Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Muscala the screen. And it's Mitchell penetrating. Got it.
On that play, I mean, it feels even.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Oklahoma City. Shooting.
That free throw is good from Mitchell. Here's Mitchell. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 2 on the clock. And he lays it in.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a camp.
Your Kings, 27. The Thunder, 32.
That's during halftime. Thunder with a lead. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Isaiah Roby out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Mitchell in at the shooting guard position. And he gets the bucket.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Fox, the pass to Halliburton. Here he goes. Off target at the rim. And for the Thunder, their shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Mitchell against Halliburton. Muscala the screen. Mitchell into the lane. They get it back. Outside for Dort. On the wing, Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot. Fires for 3. Hauled in by the Kings. Bagley's got 4 rebounds now. And there's the lob. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Well, we hear about NBA players whose dads played in the league or overseas. But for Tyrese Halliburton, his father, John, was a referee.
I mean, that man, Tyrese, was exposed to the game at such a young age. His father, John, took him to basketball camps starting in preschool. And when you watch how Tyrese plays, it's obvious he has a great feel for the game.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. De'Aaron Fox has upped his scoring average every single season. He said, quote, "It's just continuing to stay in attack mode early and often. I feel like no matter who it is, I can get to the basket. Once you see the ball go in a couple of times, it definitely helps to shoot jumpers after that, guys."
That jump shot is the final piece, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks. Here's Mitchell, following the score by Sacramento. Over Fox. Mitchell can't get that one to fall. The Kings have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. From outside the arc. And it's Fox missing. Fox has gone 1 for 6 shooting from the field. Mitchell against Halliburton. Mitchell can't get that one to fall.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Inside. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Was that a guard or a big?
The assist and the 3. Timeout for Oklahoma City. Who wants a t-shirt? All right, look who's coming out onto the court. Come on, get loud for your 916 crew. Your 916 crew. Now into the lineup for the Thunder.
The Kings leading. Barnes is the 4 with Holmes in the middle. Fox and Halliburton are the guard set. And it's Hield in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Fox. And the basket by Hield.
He's getting better at orchestrating the offense. I mean, when Fox hits the open man, it brings this team closer together.
Halliburton against Mitchell. To the right side. Muscala finds Dort. Muscala the screen. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And here comes the break. Barnes with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Fox, that's good. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Kings.
They played a heads-up brand of basketball this entire game, and they've got the steals to prove it.
Another thing, they haven't missed a beat on the fast break in either half tonight.
And Holmes with the block. And they're able to recover. Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And, man, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it...
Here's Mitchell. Six to shoot. On the take, uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got 22 points.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. Fox goes in. Outside Bagley. Halliburton outside. Tries again, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Kings lead by 7.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show forth.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Deck. Back to Mitchell. Releases. And Holmes with the block. Halliburton against Mitchell. Fox outside. The shot's good. And it's a 9-point Sacramento lead.
What a fiery competitor. I mean, it's evident that Fox loves taking on intense coverage and converting.
And here's Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's covered by Fox. Tries the 9-footer. Mitchell. Deflected. Second chance effort.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now here's Halliburton. Pass to Barnes. Back to Halliburton. Tipped. Fox, that's good. Fox has got 7 now in this quarter.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
Now here's Mitchell. Here's Roby. The shot no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. The Kings have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander against Fox. Mitchell with the ball. There's a minute 12 left in the final quarter. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, they need this. And he lays it up and in.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Now Fox. Down low. Shoots. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Now here's Mitchell. Takes it inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Pass to Metu. Now here's Thompson. Back to Mitchell. The Thunder pull it in. The 3 from Mitchell. No good. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win.
Your Kings, 62. The Thunder, 51. Thanks again, folks, for coming out and supporting your basketball team.
It'll be the Thunder off the tip. And tonight, two of the more methodical offenses in the league, Grant. With so many teams going fast, what makes teams go slow?
Well, it could be a number of things. You have lumbering big men and efficient half-court offense. Also, if you have a lockdown defense, then you can sometimes use that to control pace to tighten their clamps.
Count it. Good.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Mitchell against Booker. Now here's Mitchell. The D's right on him. Here's Roby. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Nader. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. We played just over a minute here in the first.
There is an absolute certainty that when Chris Paul stops playing basketball, he will be in Springfield in the Hall of Fame. Wherever he's been able to play, he has been able to thrive.
Up top, Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
And with Paul, after some injuries early, he changed how he went about his offense.
Well, you think about him coming out of college, he was very solid athletically. Still good in that department, obviously. But the vast majority of his success comes from one of the best IQs and knowledge of the game that we've ever seen.
And it's the Suns with the ball. The Thunder making their last shot. Back to Johnson. Here's Nader. Dort defending. Pass to Paul. 5 to shoot. Tries it from 16. No good off the back of the rim. The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 so far. Booker against Mitchell. Now Dort. Here's Deck. Averaging around 6 a game. On the wing, Mitchell. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Now into the lineup for the Thunder.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Paul for 3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Well, over the years, Chris Paul has been such an efficient three-point shooter. He stretches the floor. You've got to honor his ability to shoot it with range.
Now here's Mitchell. His last outing, we saw him score 22.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock. Dort with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Dort's shot is good.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
The Suns leading. Paul with it. His last outing, he had 18 points. And there's the drive. Blocked! And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now here's Mitchell. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Suns have gone 3 of 6 since the tip. Johnson finds Paul over Mitchell. And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist by Johnson. Paul's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Mitchell against Paul. Now here's Mitchell. Guarded closely. Dort outside. Unloads from 13. And they get it back. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
To the wing, right side. Now here's Ayton. Not a lot of room. Can't hit that one. And here's Mitchell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Pass to Giddey. Back to Mitchell. Screen by Deck. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Second shot opportunity, and it's Mitchell laying it in.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Mitchell against Paul. Takes the 12-footer and hits it. Paul's got 9 points.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Your Suns, 11. The Thunder, 10. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Suns Dancers.
New group for the Suns. A different look for Oklahoma City. Taking a look at the Thunder. We've got Mitchell, Lugans-Dort out there with Gabriel Deck, and it's Giddey in a shooting guard. The shot by Johnson, no good. The Thunder shooting only 36% during the second.
Hey guys, the monster in that last game against the Kings played some superb basketball. He picked up 22 points, and plus, he nabbed a couple boards. You'd love to see him build on this effort. He showed he can dominate. Next step is to do it with consistency, guys.
Okay, good stuff there, Allie. You have to love the intensity he showed last time out.
Yeah, he was the team's driving force, and tonight might be more of the same.
Well, I think what he has shown is when they send two in his direction, he is willing to make the pass and trust his teammates to make plays so critical.
Now here's Paul. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game.
Well, the IQ is just at the top of the NBA game. Chris Paul so smart at getting to his spots.
Some people don't give Chris Paul enough credit for his outstanding shooting, but he can knock it down. You can't give him any room.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
Hey, B.A., time and time again, I've heard how committed MP is to his team. He is starting to epitomize what it means to be a team player.
And it's endeared him to both fans and his team. Grant, you get the feeling it's always going to be a team-first attitude with MP.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
.32 seconds left in the second period. Robinson Earl, 4 on the clock. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Saric, the pass to Paul. 15 seconds left to play in the first half. Unloads from 13. He gets it up. And so it's Phoenix earning this break in the action.
Your Suns, 33. The Thunder, 23.
All having a dominant impact in this game.
Yet tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. The duo inside, Johnson and Ayton. And it's Nader in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. All right, we're putting you on the spot here, Doris. Who do you think is the best head coach in the NBA?
Boy, you're trying to get me into trouble, B.A. I think most people are going to answer sort of old school Pop because of the number of championships. I'm going to take it in a different direction and say one of the guys that captivates me, whether he's loaded with stars or whether he's trying to grind it out, that would be Eric Spoelstra. He's got the ability to X and O with the best of them, and I think he manages people as well as anyone I've seen.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 6. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his first bucket of the night. Ball against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Well, you want to see DeAndre Ayton seek out the contact on the interior. Boy, he's a big-time talent.
Ball against Mitchell. With the drive. And Mitchell with the slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Here's Paul after the basket by Oklahoma City. Outside for Booker. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got his...
Timeout for Oklahoma City. All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for Chester time. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get live for your John Chester.
Paul. Phoenix has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander is the 2 with Dort at the 3. Isaiah Roby out there with Alexei Pokusevski. And it's Mitchell in at the 1. Now here's Šarić. Pass to Mitchell. Well, Grant, it seems like more and more game time is spent with officials huddled around a monitor. You think instant replay has been a positive thing for the league?
Well, for the most part, I think it has been a positive thing. I enjoy it. I think it brings a level of transparency, and also it's important to get the call right. But at times, it does disrupt the flow of a game, and players can't be consumed about winning every call all the time.
And the Thunder shooting only 39% so far in the game. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Soft touch off the glass.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And the Suns with possessions. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Šarić, the pass to Paul. Over Mitchell. Paul, shot is off. Now Mitchell. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Pass to Roby. And the foul is called. He missed it.
At the line for the Thunder, Isaiah Roby taking 2 shots.
Tonight as well. A lot of baskets coming in transition.
Deck, he's checked in for Pokusevski.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
Paul against Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul passes to Booker. To the wing on the left. Here's Šarić. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Here's Mitchell. Drives to the hoop. And the shot goes. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Outside Paul. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball.
Oklahoma City ball.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Screen by Roby. Mitchell into the lane. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
To the inside. softly drops in the floater.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Ball against Mitchell. Into the lane. It's hauled in by Saric. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. From 15 feet away. And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist by Saric.
Timeout for Oklahoma City. With loudest section wants a t-shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns dancer. Now into the lineup for the Thunder.
Jerome's checked in. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth. Mitchell drives in. It's blocked. Paul with it. Pass to Nader. Outside Paul. He can't get that one to fall. So Oklahoma City will take it the other way.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Suns.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Devin Booker.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Now here's Mitchell. Pass to Roby. Back to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. Back to Roby. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. There's 31 seconds left to play in the fourth. Outside Paul. Ayton with a screen. Paul with the bucket. And the Suns lead by 20.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Now here's Paul. So it's the Suns winning.
Your Suns, 68. The Thunder, 50.
Hey, Candace.
Hey, good to see you, MP. So thanks for reaching out to me, and I'm honored that you've chosen me to talk about this.
Oh, look, I respect how you approach things, and you were the person to tell this story.
Oh, I appreciate that. All right, so let's get into this. So there's this rumored list about your preferred trade destinations that's circulating on social media. Is that a legitimate list?
I mean, well, it's true that the team and I have had discussions about potential destinations, but both sides, we decided it's better for me to move on, man. but I have no desire to put this team in a bad position where they have to do a fire sale. So I'm not going to discuss where I would or wouldn't go.
All right. Well, look, you seem sincere about wanting to do right by the front office, but doesn't this put your coach and your teammates in an awkward position until a deal happens?
I mean, I can see how this would appear that way, but I have no intention of creating a toxic environment, Candace. I'm a professional. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to give this team my full effort. That's just how I was raised.
Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Anything else you want to share with me today?
I think that's good for today, don't you?
I think so. I got plenty. Thanks so much, MP.
Hey, look, I'll see you soon, Candace.
All right.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. Well, Greg, it's New Year's Eve, and you'd like to enter the new year, wouldn't you? Coming away with a win, right?
No doubt. Certainly gives a boost to the proceedings. Not always possible, and if not, no time like the new year to turn the page.
For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against Detroit.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Here's Randall after the made shot from Mitchell. Outside, Walker jacks up a three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys are defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
And here are the Knicks now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Randall no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mitchell's got 6 points.
And with the talk that MP wants a trade, he denied any of that being true. But the rumors still linger.
Well, MP wants to keep the focus, GA, on the court. It's clear he doesn't want this to be a distraction at all. Now, Dort, following the miss by Evan Fournier from deep. And he makes that one.
Wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time, Dort playing unselfishly.
Walker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Walker. They need this. No good that time. So the Thunder will take it the other way.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Mitchell right side. Shins over Fournier. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
It's Fournier on the wing, covered by Mitchell. Mitchell against Fournier. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Randall. From past the arc. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Thunder leading by 6.
And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he'll attack the him as often as you let him.
That's impressive stuff, too, for a young player to just rely on the fact that they are...
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder Girls! All right, man, time for Thunder Girls and team. Make some noise!
Noel.
Timeout call for the Thunder. All right, man, time for Thunder Girls dance team. Make some noise!
Time is something MP! Where's the energy?
The Thunder with the lead. On the court for the Knicks. Sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. Nerlens Noel is out there with Robinson. And it's Walker in at the 1. Here's Mitchell. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the monster in the last game against the Suns was outstanding. He had 16 points, and he added a few assists as he was able to set up his teammates for good looks. And it was a special night for him. He played a complete game. Kevin, I'm sure he wants to keep that momentum going.
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well?
Well, he can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
Outside Fournier. Up top, Walker. Noel sets a screen for Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Such a wide open look. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Mitchell, and then Mitchell at the dunk.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Walker. Following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Barrett. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
RJ is going to improve year after year on the skill to recognize plays and to stay a step ahead of the D.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 10. Off with the layup.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The Thunder leading by 3. Down low. Good. That one on target from Roby. Roby's got his second bucket tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Thunder foul.
The Knicks making a switch here.
First team foul. Knicks substitution.
You're crazy, selfish MB. You think you're that great?
Substitution on the court. That's the end of the first half with a score. Your Thunder, 36. The Knicks, 34.
This offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Mitchell. Also, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander out there. And it's Roby in at the 5 spot. The offensive rebound, and Robinson throws it down.
That's Robinson dominating on the inside to capture the board and go right back up.
Mitchell with it. 12 points for him. Takes it inside. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And given Robinson's upside coming out of college, it was a little bit of a surprise that he fell to the second round.
And he's more of a classic big. It won't stretch the floor. You're not going to run the offense through him. But, boy, you can't teach size and athleticism. And that's what he brings to the party.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 14. And that one's good by Roby.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Outside, Walker. Here's Randall. Lays it up and makes it in. Randall's got his third basket of the night.
Well, Randall finding out some creative ways how to score on the inside, becoming smarter and more adept at doing so.
Mitchell against Fournier. The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
So it's the Knicks now. The Thunder making the shot. Picked him clean. And now a fast break for the Thunder. He gets stolen by Randall. Poked loose. Passes to Fournier. Walker at the elbow. Robinson a screen on Dort. Here's Walker. The Thunder pull it in.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Here's Walker after the made shot from Mitchell. Walker the pass to Robinson. Outside Fournier. I'm sitting here with former NBA dunk contest champion Brent Berry. Brent,
time out for Oklahoma City. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get loud for your Thunder Girls. All right, man, time for Thunder Girls team. Make some noise.
Grim.
Coming, MP. Keep him coming.
The Thunder leading by 11. And New York looking at who they've got. In the forward positions, Barrett and Randall. Fournier out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Robinson in at the 5, roaming the paint. The drive by Mitchell. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Fournier for 3. The shot, no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And here is Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
And Walker kicks to Fournier. Back to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Randall. Roby with the rebound. Randall's got only 4 of 11 from the field. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Fournier with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And a wide open look for Walker. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
There's the pick. The drive by Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up.
Mitchell Robinson. That's his first personal foul. First 2 fouls.
At least they saved the layup.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Thunder?
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them continue to succeed as the game has worn on.
And it's a feel-good night from behind the three-point line, racking up a ton of threes.
He dishes it to Walker. Over Mitchell. No good off the front iron. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
He's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Up top, Walker. Covered by Mitchell. Walker's shot is off. The Thunder leading by 13. Mitchell outside. They set the pick. Driving inside. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Randall, a screen on Mitchell. Here's Walker. No good. Shot missing. Good D by Mitchell. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And it's good. 2 points. Roby's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
It's T-shirt bonanza. Make some noise. All right, who's coming out to the court? Come on, get loud for your Thunder.
Change here. Jerome is checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Rose is checked in. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Over to the wing to stop the run. Randall no good. The Thunder leading by 17. Now Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Deck. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game. Rose kicks to Barrett. Outside Robinson. The pass to Rose. Clock at 6. It's deflected.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Oklahoma City.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And this will be a big win for them. Look.
Your Thunder, 74.
Got it.
T-Wolves, baby! Minnesota all the way!
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And Grant, how often do players check in on their own stats during a season?
BA, everybody in the league watches their numbers. Some guys are just willing to admit it.
The league announcing the Rookie of the Month honorees. And again, MP taking home the honor.
Yeah, what a great start to MP's career. If you had told me at the beginning of the season, I wouldn't have believed he'd be in this position. Showing he's not a flash in the pan. This is a guy who's got what it takes to do something big in the NBA.
At the line for the Thunder, taking 2 shots.
Good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Russell. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Here's Towns. Nails the baby hook.
You know, this is exactly why they give the ball to Towns down there. I mean, his combination of size, agility, and shot repertoire makes him hard to deal with.
Now here's Mitchell. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Roby, that one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Russell. 27 points his last game. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Mitchell against Beasley. Now here's Mitchell. He's closely guarded. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Pass to Russell. Towns on a screen. Here's Beasley. Inside. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Screen by Roby. Mitchell into the lane. Oh, it's blocked by Towns. Beasley outside. Pass to Ennis. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the floor.
And when you watch Towns, one thing is clear. He's one of the best in the league. He gives you so much when he's on the floor.
Mitchell with the ball, working on Vanderbilt. Just 5 to shoot. Screen by Roby. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and Towns with the block.
You know, one thing they can count on from Towns on the defensive end is block shots. He does not like to give up a clean look.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul of the game. You know, Grant, with Towns, he's arguably one of the top dozen big men in the league.
And you forget how young he is, B.A. I mean, a few years from now, he might be top 5. He has all the tools necessary to be a superstar.
Beverly shot off. Oklahoma City trailing. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. To the paint. Robinson Earl. Oh, and Reed with a block.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Now here's Beverly. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Here's McDaniels. Dort defending. McDaniels inside. And a foul called.
Mitchell, that's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves.
See if you can make.
And the Thunder shooting only 23% so far. On the court for the Thunder. Gabriel Deck out there with Isaiah Roby. Then there's Lou Dort. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Mitchell. And a nice finish on the layup. Mitchell's gotten his first basket of the night.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Pass to Towns. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Still on the board, just really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Vanderbilt's checked in for the Timberwolves. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Hey guys, the monster in that last game against
Thunder foul. Gabriel Deck, that's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Timberwolves.
energy and making things happen for his team. Guys?
Great work. Thanks for that. And there's always the chance of a carryover effect into tonight's game.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it's tough to have back-to-back performances like that.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Pass to Mitchell. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Screen by Roby. Mitchell with the ball. Towns covering. Oh, and Towns with the block. And they'll get another chance. Just 3 to shoot. Screen by Roby. Here's Mitchell. They get it again. They shoot again. Here's Deck. Going outside. Outside Mitchell. Driving in. And Mitchell with the slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher. He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load. And you look at Towns, he's been a fantastic outside shooter since coming into the league. It's a hallmark of what makes him so dangerous. He can do it inside, but he's a lethal jump shooter as well.
They hit a low percentage of their shots in the first quarter. They just came out flat. But give them credit. They've ramped it up, and they're winning this game.
Now here's Towns. And count that. 2 points.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder. That's the end of the first half. With the score, your Minnesota Timberwolves 38, the Thunder 26.
Exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Russell the 1, Beasley the 2. James Ennis out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And it's Towns in at the 5 down low. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Minnesota has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Powered home by Towns.
Towns has excellent size and really long arms, and he uses both to wreak havoc on the offensive boards.
Beasley against Mitchell. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Mitchell. Over Beasley. Mitchell misses. Well, Grant, starting your career in the 50s. Oh, you know, actually 90s. Back then, we'd see teams usually score in the 80s and 90s. What do you think of the current scoring?
Really, BA, the 50s? Wow. But it's crazy. I mean, back then, yes, every game was in the 80s and 90s. Now everyone averages at least 100 points per game. So I think it's been an interesting evolution of the game. And, of course, the fans all love offense. And these players and teams today are providing just that.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 10. And Mitchell with the slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, BA. The Minnesota Timberwolves and their sister franchise, the Lynx, under new management, or at least that's the plan starting in 2023. A key part of this sales agreement was stipulation that the teams remain in Minnesota, something that's got to make the fans in the Twin Cities very happy.
Oh, that's great news, Allie. Thanks for that.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Now here's Towns. 14 points for him. Shot clock at 5. Out to Beasley. Fires the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Roby's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Mitchell against Beasley. Outside Mitchell. Screen by Roby. To the middle. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 10. Right side Russell. Let's go with a 3. He buries it from 3. Russell's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, with good form, a quick release, and a nice feel, Russell's comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Roby. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter.
All right, fans, get on your feet. We got one question for you. Who wants the free season? All right, look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Minnesota Timberwolves Texans. Give it up for your Timberwolves Texans.
This comes in for Vander.
Coming onto the floor for the Thunder.
Russell from outside. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander is the 2 with Dort at the 3. Isaiah Roby out there with Alexei Pokusevsky. And it's Mitchell in at the point. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Ennis. Pass to Vanderbilt. Now Towns. Back to Ennis. There's the 3. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Mitchell against Russell. The drive by Mitchell. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. Mitchell against Russell. From the top of the key. And right on target. That one's good. And it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
We've seen them make the extra effort defensively, rotating, closing out airspace, and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Mitchell against Russell. Screen by Roby. And it's Mitchell penetrating. And Mitchell with the slam.
In a tight one like this, you have to trust in his ability.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he plays with no fear, and he certainly knows how to put the ball in the basket.
And then Russell with the dunk.
Big guard, nice handle. D'Angelo can take you a number of ways off the drive.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Down low, stolen by Russell. It's Ennis on the wing. The three. Rebounded by Roby. Roby's got 8 rebounds in the game. Mitchell with the ball. Beasley covers.
2 minutes.
Mitchell against Beasley. And it's Mitchell penetrating. And Mitchell with the slam.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Their strategy has been pretty simple.
Timeout for Oklahoma City. All right, look who's coming on the court. Come on and get loud for your Minnesota Timberwolves dancer. Now into the lineup for the Thunder, Gabriel Deck.
Russell against Mitchell. To the inside. Deck, that's good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now.
Here's Russell driving inside. And then Russell with the dunk.
You know, we've seen a big jump from Russell in terms of his production. Now he's a legitimate scorer who can dominate a game with his offense.
Screen by Deck. Mitchell into the lane. Minnesota with a rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Russell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Towns. From downtown. Doesn't go there. Now he's 6 for 9. The Thunder have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Mitchell against Russell. Inside. Roby. Money!
He seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Here's Russell. And that's an intentional foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Outside Russell. On the take. Pass to Beasley. Launches a 3. Nails it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now Russell. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 68, the Thunder, 60. Thanks again, folks, for coming out and supporting your basketball.
Oh, do we have big news today in our basketball world? Is that our old friend MP officially wants out. We knew this thanks to the embarrassing interview he gave to Candace Green of the Pin Down. Not only did he confirm that he wants a trade, making this way too public, but he talked about where he wants to get traded. This kid is an embarrassment to the game. What have you done to demand a trade this early in your career, MP? And then make it all public like this. You're making it impossible for your GM, who overruled his coach to draft you, by the way, to get a good return for you. It's an embarrassment, plain and simple. But what do you expect from this so-called YouTube star? Not about the game, all about the fame. Carry on.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. For the teams that are clearly rebuilding, Greg, should they simply play the young guns no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
I think there should be a combination, and as long as guys are pros and really approaching the game the right way, you want to give them an opportunity to grow, and also it gives you a chance to evaluate.
Mitchell with it. Beasley covering. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
The defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And the first one drops.
The line for 2.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Beasley kicks to Russell. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And Russell, a player known for his offense, but Greg, he's put in work to improve his play on defense as well.
Yeah, you know, Russell was known for his lack of defense there for a while. But he's been trying to improve that part of his game. It's a long road, but I tell you what, he is definitely taking steps.
Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Oklahoma City. Passes it to Deck. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Mitchell, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Beasley, the pass to Ennis. Back to Beasley. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Dort. And Towns gets it to go.
Well, strength and the ability and willingness to embrace, absorb, and finish through contact. Karl-Anthony Towns.
Mitchell against Beasley. The drive by Mitchell. Up and in on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Mitchell passes to Jack. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Russell. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that.
Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first personal foul.
Win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits both from the strike. One of the most team-friendly contracts in the league. Doris, you and I were just talking about this. Lou Dort, he's been a great deal for the Thunder.
Oh, my goodness. Under $2 million a year until the year 2023. Think about all he brings to this team. Once that contract expires, gentlemen, he's in for a big raise.
Beverly for three. Unable to get that one. The Thunder will take it the other way. Now, here's Mitchell. Not a lot of room. Driving in. Misses from short range. Timberwolves trail by three. Okogie, the pass to Beverly. Up top, Reed. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Beverly. Kuszewski grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
They set the pick. Mitchell against Russell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Reed the pass to Okogie. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, be aggressive and leave, no doubt. Josh Okogie up on the finish.
Oklahoma City leading by three. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Mitchell passes to Kuszewski. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his third assist on the night. Outside, Russell. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And we reach the end of it.
The Timberwolves, 6.
Approach for the a whole new group out there. And then for Minnesota, Okogie's checked in for Reed. And it's Russell in for Patrick Beverly. On the court for Minnesota. The 4 and the 5, it's McDaniels and Towns. Russell in the backcourt with Beasley to his side. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. Towns sets the pick for Beasley. He kicks to Russell.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the monster in the last game against the Timberwolves was a driven player. He scored 22 points and did a sound job getting the ball to his teammates as well. And that game had his name written all over it. Kevin, we'll see if he can come through in a big way again tonight.
Thank you, D.A. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, in that last one, he was making plays all over the court. No one could match up with it.
Pretty much in attack mode the whole evening. We'll see if he plays with that same level of aggression here tonight.
Russell against Mitchell. Towns with the defensive effort. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 9-point game. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Mitchell against Russell. The drive by Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Russell passes to Towns. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Mitchell looking it over. And he can't jam it through.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Well, the lefty stroke of D'Angelo Russell on display. This is a guard who can be effective with and without the ball.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with their lead.
Your Thunder, 29. The Timberwolves, 23.
Yeah, that's the way to start a ball game. Loving it.
Great game.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
His fingerprints were all over this, involving his guys with his passes, finding different ways to take advantage of the defense.
We've got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Also Mitchell out there. And it's Roby in at the center position. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And competition is at the root of all sports. Certainly sometimes, things get chippy. And as a player, Rick, how do you handle that aspect when emotions and physicality get going?
Kevin, you're always taught to control your emotions, but easier said than done. And in reality, sometimes you have to man up. You have to let it be known that you're not going to accept things, and at the same time, you got to be smart. So the goal is to beat the other team, not literally.
The drive by Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Mitchell with it, now guarded by Towns. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out. And Doris, the last few years for Russell has seen a lot of turnover and change for that young man.
And you know what? That can really slow down a player on the court more than you think. Last handful of years, Russell has changed teams and coaches several times, and yet he has still continued to be a factor on the floor.
The Thunder leading by 8. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Roby. They grabbed their own miss. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the inside. Here's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Assist from
Russell's got his.
D'Angelo Russell. Timeout for Oklahoma City. It's time for defense. Ladies and gentlemen, your Thunder Girls. Give them a hand, man. Your Thunder Girls dancing. Timberwolves substitutions. Timberwolves timeout call.
You got them running hot, coach.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Reed misses. And so it's Oklahoma City.
With the score, your Thunder, 55. The Timberwolves. All right, look who's coming out to the court. Come on, get loud for your Thunder girls. Come on, fans. It's the fourth quarter. Get out of your seat and let's hear it.
And so it's Minnesota with it. They trail by 16. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell in the backcourt with Beasley to his side. Naz Reid out there with Towns. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. Russell from long range. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
The drive by Mitchell. Reid with the block. Now here's McDaniels. He's guarded by Williams. The feed to Towns. Pulls up. Russell with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
As important as spacing is in today's game, point guards must have the deep shot as part of their arsenal. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
Mitchell against Russell. The drive by Mitchell. Reid with the block. There's the pass to Russell. Shoots from the baseline. Second shot opportunity. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket for McDaniels.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Into the lane, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Mitchell against Russell. The drive by Mitchell. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Towns finds Russell. Four on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. No good from Beasley.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Towns. Mitchell passes to Deck. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. And the Thunder lead by 12.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim,
Section, what's a t-shirt? All right, look who's coming out to the court. Come on, get loud for your Thunder girls. Now is the lineup for the Timberwolves.
Our crew home.
Substitution on the court. At the line for your Oklahoma City, number 27, Buncha.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on them.
Your Thunder, 78. The Timberwolves, 54.
Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy.
Johnny boy, what's up, man?
Now, obviously, you're one of the best defenders in the league. What do you think it's going to take for more people to recognize your skill on that side of the ball?
Look, recognition comes with the team's success, and until you achieve at the highest levels as a team, people don't look at your contributions as being as significant, and rightly so. The point is to win, and unless you do that, it's a fair question. You know, what do you bring?
All right, well, you know, the tape is the tape, though, and you really do pop on deep.
Okay, maybe so, but I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, once the team's success comes, people will start to talk about me in that upper tier. We've just got to make it make some noise, get to the playoffs before that happens. Regular season is one thing, but playoffs? That's a whole different game. So I've got to prove it here first, you know? People at that level, I want the respect. And that's the respect you're talking about.
You know what? Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks, MP.
Thank you, John. John, let's run it back. What else you got?
Wow, what an awe-inspiring performance tonight, MP. What was the key to your success out there?
Man, John, we focused on the little things, the fundamentals. We executed the game plan, and we played with effort and focus throughout. So it was a great W tonight. I'm proud of our guys.
Now, were my eyes deceiving me? Because Coach looked like he cracked a smile a few times during this one. What did he like about your performance?
Man, that we were communicating, really talking on D, and that's something we've been working on a lot in practice lately. So I'm sure he was just glad to see it. Just a lot of unselfish play in general. People looking to make an extra pass, give up a good shot for a great shot. You know, all that stuff that a well-coached team does.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Yeah, this come up, it been really major. My team eating like we sitting at the dinner table. I done got a couple calls from a couple labels. Now it's all eyes on me.
Yo, what's up?